Welcome to the British History Podcast Wrap-Up Show. I'm Benjo.
And I'm B. How you doing, Benjo?
Good.
A happy new year,
Yeah.
2025. We haven't done a podcast in 2025 yet. We've had a lot going on. Yeah, I mean, every time we do this, we say we have a lot going on. What's been going on with you? My producer and co-host.
Life.
You
No, I'm joking. But
don't have to put that up.
well, I don't know why I just wanted to do that.
I'll tell you why I'm holding mine.
The college football, the national championship is in a week, and right now, Texas is about to beat Ohio State.
Yeah, we're trying to get this done so we can go watch the second half, right?
Yeah.
Been skiing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is going on with you? Started school back? Yeah. We got a little case of the laughies, the giggles.
Christmas happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Benjo, what is? I mean, we're chatting too much. What is this?
This was already. There was an episode after Christmas that we already did. So
We
I don't
did.
know why I said there was a Christmas episode.
What episode is this? Right here.
Oh, it's season 1, episode 1000. No, I'm joking. Season 1, episode 20.
What's it called?
Dysfunction and sibling rivalry.
Good. You can read.
Speaking of siblings,
the reason I'm holding this right here is because we have. You want to give the introduction?
our first special guest of the entire British History Podcast Wrap-Up Show series. Please welcome the one and only DeWitt Henderson Smith V. I'm joking. This is the fourth.
The fourth.
That was a
The
joke.
fourth. Will there be a fifth? Will there be a fifth?
Time will tell.
This guy right here, Whit Smith. How you
Scoot
doing,
over a little
pal?
bit.
Sorry, I thought we'd get all cozy. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
You want to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Whit Smith. I'm 16 years old, and I go to Greenwood High School.
Yeah. What year? What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Yeah. Big Clemson Tiger fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Well, Whit, we are so thrilled. We're
I know,
so
sorry
thrilled
about
to
that.
have a guest. We've been talking internally about guests, and we're excited to have one. And we welcome your input on this. Season 1, episode 20.
1,000,
We're almost halfway through season 1. So,
There's 2,000 episodes in season 1.
oh my goodness, this guy's got the giggles. What do you think about my obsession with the British History Podcast?
Just a little weird, but I don't know. As long
A little weird.
makes them happy, so that's good.
This guy, he loves me. He just wants me to be happy. This stand-up guy right here. And if we stood up, you would see how freakishly tall he is also. But,
I'm taller than him.
Okay. Let's get straight into it, guys. These people didn't come to hear us banter all day long. I mean, they want a little bit, but
I don't think they want any.
they do. You know those comments, right? Benjo, when we left off, we were talking about the huge battle between those vying for the emperorship of the Roman Empire. It was basically Severus versus Albinus, and this took place. That sounds like modern day Germany. Huge battle. I mean, they tend to exaggerate the numbers in terms of how many were involved back then.
Yeah.
So I mean, we don't think it could have possibly been that many, but anyway, Severus won. Albinus, who was the governor put up from the British side, did not survive, and he died. Not only did he die, but Severus killed his wife and his sons. All right, killed his heirs, dumped them in the Rhine River. in
I
Germany.
remember that.
You don't remember? We hadn't talked about it yet. And his head was sent to Rome. That's another series we have called "Exposing Benjo." If you're interested, if you want to go super deep down a rabbit hole. But anyway, and then his head was sent to Rome as a trophy. People were crazy back then.
Wait,
Man.
this was who again?
Albinus.
Albinus.
Yeah.
I'm just never mind.
But Albinus still had his supporters, right? And so I want to try to keep up with our trend of sticking with the larger. All right. You good now?
Yeah.
We had a serious case of the giggles there.
Yeah.
But Benji, what I was saying and Wit is what I was saying is I want to keep with I want to keep trying to stick with the larger themes here rather than getting into too many specifics. All right. I know British history is hilarious. All right. But it's also what we're going to talk about is pretty like
last
Squid Game level violence here.
Last episode we had somebody named Publius.
Yeah, he loves that.
Wait,
and Didius. Didius. He thought Didius was hilarious.
Wait, what's that one British history guy who has the most like hilarious name ever?
I don't know.
In British, you remember you told me about like King Fart something?
Roland the Farter?
Yeah, Roland the Farter.
Roland the Farter. We're going to get to him probably 14 years from now or so.
Oh, so we're going to get into him on this.
No. No, I mean, literally 2040. Yeah. It's going to be a while.
Goofy Amy.
Yeah. Anyway, Benjo, we're going back and forth. The theme here is going to be in Wit. I mean, I keep saying Benjo. You met my producer and co-host at you. Yeah. But the theme is going to be a little bit of back and forth between the Northern Britons and what we know as the Scots and the Roman legions. Okay. So we talked about Hadrian's Wall, and hold this. I'm going to get it.
He's going to get a drumstick.
I'm going to get a drumstick.
Let's point at the map.
But,
that's not funny at all.
But anyway, we talked about Hadrian's Wall, which I understand to have been somewhere up around here. And then we've got the Antonine Wall.
No. This is Hadrian's Wall right here.
That's Hadrian's Wall? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. And then the Antonine Wall was further up here. You're right, Benjo.
I know.
You're right. Well done. The Antonine Wall was further up this way. And so you had the Caledonians, the tribes. The Caledonians were further up north, and then the Maite lived closer to Hadrian's Wall right here. Okay.
Okay.
And so there was just still animosity between those tribes and the Roman legions. Albinus, the
who was chopped
leader,
up into pieces?
Yeah, he still had his supporters. And his supporters and some of the frustrated Welsh tribes, Wales being over here, present-day Wales. They didn't know it as Wales back then.
Prince Harry, King of Wales.
Right, Prince of Wales.
Prince of Wales.
And that's Prince William.
Prince
of Wales.
I was just looking up Prince Harry earlier.
But the native tribes are known as the ones in the west, maybe Cornish down here, and the northern ones, right? So there were some rebellions against the Roman-controlled government by even some supporters of Albinus who opposed Severus and some of these frustrated Welsh tribes, right? And so Britain was becoming, again, I say becoming, remaining an area of trouble. But these rebellions, they weren't, again, it's more back and forth. When we talk about these, what usually happens when these local British tribes rebel? What happens with the Romans?
They kill them.
The Romans kill them, right? So there's a lot of that going on, okay?
A lot of killing.
So there were these rebellions. Severus, though, the one who beat Albinus, he had a plan with, and I want to get your take on some of this stuff too. He had a plan to basically be pretty harsh with the native Britons, tax and confiscate them, root out Albinus's supporters. And so Severus was tightening his grip. And this was the start of a trend where back in Rome, he basically took power from the Roman nobles and kept it for himself. And this would last throughout the Roman Empire. We were talking about this the other day. You think about the Roman Empire a lot, Whit?
I'd say definitely not as much as you.
No, I
don't.
And I don't think I talk about the Roman Empire as much as Jamie. Think about it as much as Jamie.
I'd probably say a couple times a month, maybe.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah. We just got talking about this on our ski trip, but it was quite an empire.
Speaking of the trip, is this the first podcast back with a stash?
Yes, it is.
So now I know stash.
Yeah. Well, thanks for noticing. I look like speaking of Scottish folks, I kind of look like a Scottish warrior, don't I? Is that what it reminds you of?
No.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
But yeah, we were talking about this because I was in a bookstore in Breckenridge and I saw this book. It was about a history of the world. And I said, let me look through this book. It was like 400 pages. 15 of it was dedicated to the Roman Empire.
Put that book back.
I said, I'm putting this book back. This is like Greek propaganda here. I mean, what is this stuff?
I'd buy it.
But anyway, we go through a few different governors. Severus appoints a governor named Lupus.
Some disease.
The Caledonians basically said their previous treaty was.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just thought of this. You think he's named like the disease lupus?
I wondered that myself. I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to. Where do I go for my sources? Where will I look that up?
Lupus.com.
No. What is my favorite source on the internet for this information?
Lupus.com.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
You like Wikipedia, huh?
Yeah, Wikipedia is not perfect, but anyway, the Maite, the ones that lived closer to Hadrian's Wall, and thank you for being on top of where Hadrian's Wall was.
Yeah.
And the Caledonians, which lived up north, were threatening to unify.
Give me this. On here it says key to map symbols, and the dotted line. It's a black dotted line. It's the national boundary. So Hadrian's Wall is the current day national boundary.
It's close to it. It's not exactly that dotted line.
It says the national boundary, and Hadrian's Wall is the current day national boundary.
He says pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
You think they're not trying to mark Hadrian's Wall right there? You think they're not trying to mark?
No, that is literally the boundary between England and Scotland. That dotted line, but the dotted line does run pretty close to Hadrian's Wall. Thank you. What do you want? Cartographer now? What's cartographer mean?
Oh gosh.
Oh, Benjamin.
Well,
cartographer.
Cartographer, studies and creates maps.
That's
in new
correct.
places.
This guy's a junior. He might even be going to Clemson.
I bought that off of Amazon.
Oh yeah, Benjo. Well, we talked about this. Benjo got this for me for Christmas. Y'all have seen it. Anyway, had the Maite and the Caledonians unified, it would have been bad for Rome. So Lupus, the Severus appointed governor of Britain, made a dramatic move for the time. He paid for peace. He paid the Maite not to unify with the Caledonians.
That's criminal stuff.
For the Roman Empire in like 200, that was unheard of, right?
I mean, imagine if the people living in Rome learned about that.
I think they probably did at some point. It probably got back to the governor.
When they did it, imagine if they learned that.
Yeah.
I was talking about the citizens in Rome.
Yeah, they would have been like, what's going on there?
They'd have been pissed.
They would have been. But anyway, he gave Lupus some breathing room, some time to regroup. And so there's some, we don't quite know, their sources are kind of quiet, but we're led to assume that the Scots, whether it was the Caledonians or the Maite, then continued to advance even after that. So Lupus bribed the Maite again, paid him again, right?
Get out here, Lupus.
Well,
that's why there's a disease named after you.
When you pay someone one time, that gives them an idea and gives them incentive to keep coming after you to get paid again, right?
If I was one of those governors, I'd have just shot him in the head.
They didn't have guns back then, brah.
So I'd stab him in the head. No,
so we know some of this stuff from inscriptions on Hadrian's Wall.
Wait, did they have guns back then?
No.
Like gunpowder or anything?
No, that would come about 1,000 years later. That's right.
So they used swords.
Yeah. Iron Age stuff, Bronze Age. I can't remember exactly what we're in. I should know this. But anyway, there's more back and forth. A governor named Senecio. Lupus is recalled to Rome in 201, and Alfinus Senecio is appointed governor. I feel like every time I mention a new name, you start getting the giggles.
That was only for Didius and Publius.
Okay, all right. So Senecio asks Emperor Severus for help.
Severus.
Yeah, Severus is the one that beat Albinus.
I don't. That just made me think of Severance, the show.
Oh, Severance. Yeah, that's coming back on next week. Actually, week from today.
Yeah.
And in 208, the rebellions, as usual throughout the last probably 3,000 years of British history, are mostly in the west and the north. Continue. So you know what Severus does? Severus comes to Britain himself. Roman Emperor Severus.
How's he get there?
I mean, he travels over land and then takes a boat across the English Channel. How everybody else gets there. How the Romans get there in the first place.
Well, I was just thinking, like, would the Romans have not been like, where did Severus go?
Well, he let them know before he left. Like, hey, he didn't just, like, leave and they wondered where he was. I mean,
I thought he was just like, peace.
Anyway, he comes with his wife and his sons. Again, the overarching theme here is going to be that his sons are essentially evil. Oh my goodness. Rage monster. His sons are essentially evil. Okay. But it certainly appears that his sons Geta and Caricula are evil.
I remember they really hated each other, didn't they?
They really hated each other. Were you here in our pregame?
No. I've done a little bit of research.
You have on Wikipedia?
No, yeah.
Jamie pronounces it Caricula and then Caracula. So I'm gonna use.
Wait, what are you going with?
Well, he ends it with Caracula. So
okay, then I'm going Caricula.
I figured that.
Or are you going Caricula? Because I'll go Caracula.
Let me just give you a few little hints about. Well, I'm going to get into Caracula.
So Caracula.
Caracula comes with Geta and Severus and Severus's wife, their mother, and Severus and Caracula. Caracula must have been the older brother. I don't know, because it seems to be he was with Severus more than Geta. Geta stays in the south with his mother. Caracula goes to north towards the walls to fight the rebellion with Severus. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have the giggles today.
And so when Severus and Caracula come up there, at first the Maite and the Caledonians, the Maite closer to Hadrian's Wall, the Caledonians further north, realize the party's over. Right? They beg for peace. But Severus is like, look, you can beg for peace all you want to, but I came all the way from Rome with a huge force, and he was ruthless with them.
He said
they didn't really experience a ton of battles going north because the Scots were guerrillas, and Severus is, he's coming there. These Roman legions are known for their organization, their discipline, and what might you study in college?
History.
About the Romans?
Yeah. What might you study in college? Engineering?
Oh, what I might study. Oh, I thought you were saying. Yeah, maybe.
They're known for their engineering, so they're building all these projects.
What's the exact opposite of history?
I don't know. You are on a goofy tear today. But this is by far. By far. I'm sure it does. I'm 100% sure it does. But anyway, let me tell you how Severus. So we talk about how bad Caracula was. Sounds like he didn't fall far from the tree. Severus lost 50,000 men on his campaign because he would kill any of his own injured troops so that they weren't weighing him down. Awful. I'm telling you, this is Squid Game level violence. And we're talking about Squid Game a lot because when did we just finished Squid Game season 2 this morning, didn't we? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it sounds like they were in charge. They were in control of the revolt against the North until Caracalla reign of anger against his brother and really just incompetence led Severus to have to, after they had just begged for peace, they had to actually relinquish part of Caledonia in the far north. So in 208 or 209, Severus and Caracalla go up north to meet the Caledonians to discuss terms of peace. And when they're doing this is a little snippet. This is I don't even want to say a preview. This is just an example of how awful Caracalla was. He appears to take out a sword and was behind his dad Severus's back. Looked like he was about to stab him in the back and kill him. And
then he saw him trying to
the Roman troops yelled out to warn Severus.
Wait. So Caracalla tried to stab.
He was about to.
His own dad.
His own dad. Don't get any ideas here, okay?
Wait, turn around.
No. So when he yelled out to warn him, Caracalla stopped. Severus then acted like nothing had happened, and entered into a truce with the Caledonians. After that, after
so he was just chilling with his son.
But he was. They were. It was a peace treaty.
Yeah, but his son tried to stab him in the back.
Right. So he pretended like it didn't happen.
Why?
After they left the Caledonians.
No, his son pretended like it
No,
didn't happen.
they both did.
They both did.
No, the dad pretended like his son didn't just almost try to kill him. So after the peace treaty with the Caledonians, after they finished it, and the Caledonians left, Severus put a sword between him and his son Caracalla and said, "What you gonna do? You gonna kill me?"
Did he kill him?
Nope.
Did he?
Nope. He didn't, and that was supposed to have resolved the issue.
Why did he try to kill him in the first place?
Because he was just crazy, power hungry. He hated his brother.
Then why didn't he kill him when he lit him?
Because he knew that he would be killed immediately. I'm assuming he knew that the troops would then kill him immediately, right? I mean, because they were loyal to Severus to a degree. There's more rebellion back and forth in the early 200s. The Maite rebel again. Severus and Caracalla are committed to essentially wiping out the Caledonians. But Severus got sick and for some reason, this is as much Severus's fault as anything else. He gets sick and he puts Caracalla in charge, right? And so look, we're talking about Gaeta and Caracalla. Y'all are brothers. Don't start hating on each other.
I call being Caracalla.
Oh my gosh. That he's evil.
I
You don't want to be him. That's like being Skeletor.
And you're Severus.
But Caracalla wasn't even interested in war victory. He was just interested in power and dominance over his brother Gaeta. So
Gaeta seems chill.
Caracalla even tried to get, so Severus is sick. Caracalla even tries to get his father's doctors to kill his father, Severus. The doctors refuse.
Oh, like medicine?
I don't know. Somehow.
No.
Maybe.
A sword.
Maybe. I mean, one way or the other. So Caracalla was content to kill all the Maite, right? Well, this enraged the Caledonians. Even though the Caledonians and the Maite were separate tribes, they were both Scottish type tribes. And the Caledonians weren't just going to sit there and watch the Roman legions kill the Maite. So Severus roused himself from his sickbed and he tried to fight, but he ended up dying in York. York being right there. Okay, not all the way to Hadrian's Wall, but York is essentially the capital of the North.
Is New York named after York?
It is. Did you know that?
I did know that actually.
Yeah.
I had no clue at all.
New Hampshire is also named after Hampshire.
No.
New Mexico's named after Mexico.
Mexico.
New Jersey's not named after. I'm just
After
kidding. It's also
Jersey.
named after Jersey.
Wait, is New South Carolina named after South Carolina?
Right. So anyway, with Severus's dying breath, he urged unity between his sons, urged morale for his troops, and harsh treatment of his opponents. What do you think Caracalla took from that speech?
Wait, say the speech over again.
So he urged unity amongst his sons, he urged morale amongst his troops, and really harsh treatment against his enemies. What do you think Caracalla, out of those three things, what did Caracalla listen to?
Wait, can I guess?
No.
I'm gonna say the harsh against the enemies.
Yeah.
I don't think unity was brothers.
Wait, can I say something?
Sure.
I think he thought he said to kill his brother or something.
No, he listened to the part about harsh treatment of his opponents. Caracalla was ruthless. He killed anyone associated with Gaeta. He killed the doctors who refused to kill his dad.
Then why didn't he kill Gaeta?
He was trying to, apparently. He tried to bribe the troops. The troops refused, and they honored Severus's wishes to make Gaeta and Caracalla co-emperors. I think we know where this is going. Do you think that worked out? Yeah, I don't think it worked out either. So when Caracalla realized the troops wouldn't support him, he made peace and with the Scots and headed back to York, where his mom and Gaeta waited. Caracalla decided to pretend to live in peace with Gaeta for the time being. And at this point, we're talking about York. We're Arboricum, which from the Last Kingdom, morphs into York, right? It's essentially, I mentioned, the capital of the north. London's the capital of the south. England. And you got Britain divided into two. The Britain that they control divided into two. At some point, we're not exactly sure when that division happened. Anyway, my goal of trying to keep these things short and stick to the bigger topics, we got a little bit off base, but it was worth it. We had a really special guest. When I say special guest, he's a special guy, is he not? Whit, you think you'll ever join us back for another as a guest again?
Definitely see that possibly happening. If so, Jed needs to get his stuff together.
Yeah, he does.
I 100%
figure some things out.
Do you think Jared will ever join us as a special guest?
Yeah. I
don't see that happening.
I think I've been a really good guest. It's just this one episode.
You're good. You're the producer and co-host.
Do you think I've been a really good host though, other than this?
Of course, you're great.
And I was still good this one.
You're a great producer. I can't wait to see what you do with this.
Hook 'em horns. All
right, let's go watch the fourth quarter here. As always, well, first, Whit, peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah, good luck with school, tennis, music, all your activities. As always, I've been B.
I'm in Benjo, and peace in the Prime Meridian. Get it? Because we're in the Prime Meridian.
Good, Benjo. You want to give us? We've been.
Oh, sorry. I've been Benjo.
I've been B. This is Whit.
And we thank you for tuning in on this. Remember.
What is this? What is this called?
This has been the British History Podcast Show.
Hold on, let's speak into that and speak clearly.
This has been the British History Podcast Show.
The British History Podcast Wrap-Up Show.
Remember to not flood us with comments. We get sleep apnea from everything you do. I've counted it every single time. On average, we get 700 million comments. So
oh my gosh.
Don't comment so much.
Thank y'all for dealing with the goofiness. Till next time.
Don't believe